In recent years, the industry has turned to rapid decarbonization, seeking a path that offers affordable and secure energy supplies. In an effort to meet these needs, Resource Southeast 2023 invited local and international developers, traders and corporate buyers to Sofia Tech Park on May 18 and 19 to share best practices, discuss challenges and opportunities, and outline future trends and developments. Resource Southeast is the main event dedicated to corporate renewable energy sourcing in Southeast Europe. It brings together industrial and commercial users, project developers, electricity traders, and renewable energy producers. This year's forum topics highlighted renewable energy policies and markets, power purchase agreements, as well as smart grids, virtual power plants, and long-term storage technologies to address the grid flexibility challenges in Southeast Europe. In their role as one of Resource Southeast strategic partners, ProCredit Bank was represented by Mr. Patrick Zeitinger, a member of the bank's supervisory board.
So we have more than 15 years of experience in energy efficiency, working with SMEs, also with EBRD credit lines from back 2006. And our focus is very much in Southeast and Eastern Europe. And we have been kind of impatiently waiting for the markets finally to pick up and to start.
Mr. Zeitinger revealed to the audience that the bank has developed a new credit technology in anticipation of the right market moment. He expressed his conviction that greater energy efficiency is a cornerstone of the entire climate finance concept.
And the question is, how do our SME clients relate and work with this technology? So today we talked a lot about utility scale project, but actually when we look at PV specifically, distributed PV makes up an increasingly growing share of the total PV deployment, maybe even making up in the future to 50% of the total PV capacity increases. So this is really a large area, especially in households and industry. And here many of these investments are rather small scale, up to 1 megawatt typically for self-consumption. And this kind of financing is not project finance, it's more balance sheet financing or PI financing. And we are specialized, as I said, also in SME finance. We work with a lot of industrial companies, agricultural companies that do also have quite some electricity consumption that can benefit directly from investing into their own renewable energy capacity. So we've been kind of trying to convince people from our clients, also from environmental perspective, that this makes sense, but often you know how it is, the return on investment has to be attractive, and with rising prices of electricity and falling cost of technology, we have now reached this point where actually almost all of our clients would have here a real interest, financial interest, to invest into renewable energy.
The advantages of climate finance, according to Mr. Zeitinger, are clear. They reduce vulnerability and increase resilience of industry and household with regard to energy prices. The bank has devised a simple, fast-to-deploy and long-term technology that allows them to provide climate funding.
In Bulgaria now we've recently issued more than 700 loans, building 23 million of portfolio. It's not so much, but when you think from an impact perspective, actually, you have convinced all these businesses that renewable energy can be effective for their own business model, and also these people somehow become a bit of an ambassador for renewable energy technologies, and might also talk to their colleagues. You have kind of a creation of an ecosystem also of companies that are providing these services, and this market is then starting to develop. We would definitely prefer to have smaller projects that would be financed step by step and then connected to each other in this context. From a bank perspective, I think renewable energy still has a very high potential for further development. On a group level, we have devised our credit technology in this context, and we are willing to scale up, obviously, our financing in this area. However, the market environment is defining in this context, so the Bulgarian market, I have to say, has not been too attractive yet, given also the lack of feed-in tariffs in this context. We have been very active in Greece.
Mr. Zeitinger also answered a question about energy communities, something that really dates back more than 100 years in Europe.
I think there's still no regulation, even though the EU is definitely pushing to have energy cooperatives as well as a mechanism. We have good experience with this kind of legal structure in Greece. Here they have a specific beneficial feed-in tariff, which is slightly higher than the typical feed-in tariff, in order to kind of incentivize the local population to invest into renewable energy in their own region.